available in this.
There's nothing left on the internet. I'm so sorry. No. There's also only $7 left in my checking account.
Seven's not bad.
It's going to work out, but lots of prayers. I know. Michelle said it's freezing outside, and she means that literally because we speak in fact here. Temperatures are at or below the freezing mark for the entire tri-state area this morning. It feels frigid out there. The sun rising as we speak, and we will see more sunshine as we move into this afternoon. Just a few patchy clouds in the mix, but even with the sunnier skies, it doesn't help us warm us up as the coldest air so far this season settles in for the weekend. Right now, 28 in Morristown and Somerville, 28 for Islip and Belmar, 25 in Newburgh. This is actual air temperature. When you factor in that brisk breeze that hangs with us today, it feels even colder. Feels like 14 in Newburgh, wind chill at 20 in Belmar, wind chill at 24 degrees in Central Park and Bridgeport. That's what you got to dress for. That's what your body's reading as you step out to do your small business Saturday shopping. But sky is sunny, satellite and radar clear and quiet. As you look off to our north and west, that significant lake effect snow event still happening for upstate New York, western New York. We're talking feet of snow falling in those areas. So although it is on the frigid side this morning, hey, at least we're seeing the sunshine and we're not digging ourselves out of that much snow. We'll see temperatures make their way to the upper 30s, close to 40 this afternoon, but it will continue to feel cooler than that with the wind. Sunny skies with a few patchy clouds this afternoon. So today it's cold. Tomorrow it's colder as we welcome the month of December. We'll see widespread lows in the 20s and highs in the 30s. You have to go back to February to see our high temperatures in the park capped in the 30s. So it's been a while since we felt temperatures this cold. And it's not just the weekend. In general, the extended forecast looks colder and breezier as we settle into a stretch of days below the seasonal average. So I'll have those numbers for you in the full AccuWeather forecast coming up. Michelle?
All right. Thanks so much. Police are searching.
Absolutely. Supercat Saturday on this very cold start to the weekend. And okay, this is Lily. Lily's mom, Becky, sent me this photo last weekend, and I was waiting all week to share it because Lily is the cutest cat.
Yes, that too.
Cutest cat I've ever seen. Looks like a stuffed animal. So thank you for sharing your Lily with us. And this is Amore, who's ready for the holiday season. If you have any Christmas cats, holiday cats in general, please email them to me, superpets@wabc.com, because I want to share holiday-themed pets from this day forward. And I know I was getting confused between cat and dog earlier. I do understand there's one of each in this picture. I wanted to share this, though, because I know it's Supercat Saturday, but the cat is obviously the dominant animal in this photo. Am I right? That dog is the cat's pet. So, Jonathan, thank you for sharing. Today, cold. That's the main message this morning. Temperatures are sub-freezing, and wind chills are in teens and 20s for most of the area. And even this afternoon, our highs make their way to the upper 30s, close to 40. One of the coldest days that we've seen in several months. And we get even colder for tomorrow. I'll have the numbers for you in AccuWeather forecast coming up. Good morning. It's frigid, freezing literally out there this morning. Sorry, my hair's looking crazy. 30 degrees right now, sunny skies. The sun is officially up. It rose at 7 o'clock this morning. And in general, we will see more sunshine today, but it's not going to help temperatures. Some of the coldest air so far this season settling in just in time for our weekend. Looking north of New York City, temperatures generally in the 20s, 25 in Montgomery and Cold Spring, 30 degrees in Katona and Danbury, 27 for Kingston. In the park right now, 30 degrees. It's 28 in Belmar and Islip. It's 39 in Montauk. That's our warm spot. We're running 5 to 10 plus degrees colder than this time yesterday, and we have this breezy wind. The wind speeds don't look all that impressive, but when it's already this cold, you know any bit of a breeze makes a big difference in how it feels. And your body's reading 14 degrees in Newburgh. It feels like 19 in Belmar this morning. It feels like 24 in the park. This is what you have to dress for as you head out for Small Business Saturday. It's what your body's reading. And in fact, even as our highs make their way to the upper 30s, close to 40 this afternoon, it will feel close to freezing all day long because of the breeze. But hey, at least we got the sunshine. Satellite and radar clear and quiet. Looking off to our north and west, a significant lake effect snow event happening for western New York, upstate New York near Watertown. The forecast is 5-6 feet of snow over the course of the weekend. In Erie, Pennsylvania yesterday, 30 inches of snow. That's 2.5 feet more falling today. So this is a significant event. And this is a normal time of year for lake effect snow because the water temperatures in the lakes are still relatively warm, and you got the cold air moving over it, and that is what creates those just incredible snowfall totals. So close to home, we're cold, but hey, at least we got the sunshine today. Futurecast does show a few patchy clouds in the mix this afternoon, and maybe those could squeeze out a few flurries well north and west of the city. But if you see a few snowflakes fly, don't expect them to accumulate. Most of us stay totally dry through the weekend. Highs make their way to the upper 30s, but that brisk breeze continues today, so it will feel colder. Tonight, we cool down really quickly through the overnight hours. So if you have Saturday night plans, all the layers and the winter coats as you head out out. In fact, you're probably keeping it on for most of the day anyway. Into tomorrow morning, our temperatures are even colder. We expect widespread 20s as we wake up to start our Sunday, and tomorrow's highs are capped in the upper 30s. You have to go back to February to see a high temperature in Central Park in the 30s. So it's been a while since we've felt conditions this cold, and we have this brisk breeze that continues throughout the weekend, so you know that compounds the problem. Today, sustained wind from 10 to 20, gust speeds 25 to 30, and that means wind chill factor is something we're watching all day. Even as we move into this afternoon and our highs are in the upper 30s, close to 40, you see it still feels like 20s for a lot of the area and still feels freezing in the park. And moving toward tomorrow morning with air temperature actually in the 20s, you see so many of our suburbs will feel like the teens as we wake up to start our Sunday. So winter coats on for sure, but it is nice to see the sunshine today. Mostly sunny to start, patchy clouds this afternoon, forecast highs in the upper 30s, close to 40. We're almost 10 below normal. Even colder for tonight under a clear sky with that brisk breeze making it feel even colder, and tomorrow's temperature is capped in the upper 30s. Again, this is more than 10 degrees below normal as we officially welcome in the month of December. But it's not just this weekend. Check out the week. Highs will hover in the upper 30s, low 40s under a mix of sun and clouds. We're looking at the potential for a quick moving system Wednesday night. Could bring us a few snow showers. Don't expect anything significant at this point, but it's something we're watching. Until then, the dry conditions continue, but man, it is cold. Michelle and Pedro.
All right, thanks so much. Fresh cucumbers shipped to stores. The AccuWeather forecast. Hi.
Hey, good morning, Michelle and Pedro. At this point, anything to keep warm, right?
Yes.
It is a freezing start to our Saturday morning. Literally sub-freezing temperatures across the tri-state. But hey, at least we got the sunshine. You don't have to shovel sun. So it might be cold out there, but it looks really beautiful. Temperatures as we wake up to start the day, generally in the 20s for many of our suburbs. We're hanging on to that 30 degrees in Central Park, 30 in Bridgeport as well, but 28 in Islip, same for Belmar, 26 in Sussex, 25 in Newburgh. Then you factor in this brisk breeze that hangs with us, and it feels a whole lot colder. You got to dress for 14 degrees as you head out this morning in Newburgh. It feels like 20 in Belmar, feels like just 24 in Central Park. And that breezy wind continues this afternoon as a few patchy clouds mix in with the sunshine. But hey, at least we're not dealing with feet of snow like what we're seeing in western New York, upstate New York near Watertown. We're talking 5-6 feet over the course of this lake effect snow event. So yes, in comparison, we'll take the cold and clear skies compared to that, right? Our highs today make their way to the upper 30s, close to 40, but with that breezy wind sticking around, it will feel colder. 40 is the forecast high. It's already close to 10 below normal. It'll feel like 30s for much of the day. Even colder moving into Sunday. In fact, tomorrow morning's lows in the 20s across the board, and you have to go back to March to see low temperatures that cold. You have to go back to February in the city to see a high in the 30s. So it's been a while since we've felt temperatures like this. And guess what? This is the same story heading into the week. We settle into a stretch of below average days, so it's time to break out the coats and keep them out for the foreseeable future. I'll let you know when we do see some changes in the 7-day coming up. Pedro?
Danny,
He's got the confidence of a much larger dog.
Yeah.
He really does. I love him. But it's not time for dogs today. Okay, it's Super Cat Saturday. Let's get back on track. And I asked for Christmas cats, and you guys delivered. Keep them coming, superpets@WABC.com for the rest of the month. For December, I want to be able to share holiday cats. And we're starting here with Mr. Felix, who's saying, I am the gift under the tree. Melissa, thanks for sharing. Lauren also sent me this picture of Figaro saying the same thing, like, I'm the present, okay, you're welcome. And I'm just glad that Figaro's behaving him or himself under the tree and not actually in it, because I have seen a few pictures of cats in the tree, which is very cute. Raven posing for a picture next to Santa himself from Roberto. Thank you for sharing. Today is cold. That's the main weather message today. Temperatures this morning sub-freezing across the tri-state, feeling like teens and 20s with the wind. And our highs this afternoon are just in the upper 30s, close to 40. It will feel colder than that as well. But at least we have the sunny skies for today. A few patchy clouds in the forecast this afternoon. But guess what? It gets even colder into tomorrow. I'll have your Sunday temperatures for you right after the break in the full AccuWeather forecast. Welcome back to Eyewitness News this morning on this freezing Saturday. And I mean that literally. Temperatures sub-freezing, but at least we got the sunshine. Beautiful live look outside. On Long Island this morning, a lot of spots in the 20s, like Comac at 29, West Hampton Beach at 22. We're at 31 in Merrick and 32 in Roslyn's, one of the milder spots across the tri-state. We're at 24 in Andover, 28 in Belmar, 30 degrees in Bridgeport and White Plains this morning, running 10 plus degrees colder than this time yesterday. And we have the breeze. I know these wind speeds don't look all that impressive, impressive. But you'll notice the wind as you step out today because it makes a big difference in how it feels. Our wind chills are in the teens in some spots like Belmar, where it feels 19 degrees, feels like 22 in Islip, feels like 21 in Newburgh, feels like 24 in the park. And this is what you got to dress for as you head out for Small Business Saturday. Is what your body's actually reading. And that brisk breeze does hang with us throughout the afternoon. But it's nice to see the sunny skies to start. A few patchy clouds in the forecast come this afternoon, but overall quiet conditions other than the breeze. And that is such a relief given the lake effect snow event happening in western New York, upstate New York, Watertown. We're talking 5-6 feet of snow over the course of the weekend. In Erie, Pennsylvania yesterday, they picked up 30 inches. That's 2.5 feet. So at least we don't have to shovel anything. Can't shovel sun. That's what we got in the forecast today. Again, a few patchy clouds in the mix, and maybe that squeezes out a flurry or two well north and west of the city. But any snowflakes that you see shouldn't stick or accumulate. Temperatures today topping out in the upper 30s, close to 40. Again, feeling cooler than that thanks to the breeze overnight into tomorrow morning. Even colder conditions under a mostly cloudy, mostly clear sky. We start our Sunday morning widespread 20s. It will feel like teens with the wind, and then highs tomorrow afternoon are capped in the upper 30s. And you have to go back to February to see a high temperature in the park in the 30s. So it's the coldest that we felt in quite some time, especially when you factor in the wind with that. Today, sustained wind 10 to 20, our gusts right around 25 miles per hour, and it means the wind chill is something that we're watching for the majority of the day. Even as our temperatures climb to the upper 30s, it will feel close to freezing in the city this afternoon. And tonight into tomorrow morning, with actual air temperature in the 20s, you see wind chills for so many of our suburbs in the teens. So it is going to be a very cold weekend ahead of us. Today, you see the hour by hour few clouds mixing in this afternoon as our highs make their way to the upper 30s, close to 40. It's close to 10 degrees below normal. It's really feeling like winter all at one time, right? Remember, earlier this month, November 6th, we had a high of 80 degrees, so quite a change in the past several weeks. Temperatures tonight even colder than where we started this morning, 20s for most of the area, and then our high temperatures tomorrow in the upper 30s. Again, it's about 10 degrees below the seasonal average as we officially welcome in the month of December tomorrow. And it's not just the weekend. In general, the 7-day stays below normal with highs hovering in the upper 30s, low 40s. Mainly dry but breezy conditions for most days. We are watching a quick moving system Wednesday evening that could bring us a little bit of snow. It's too early to tell you exact details, but we're watching that. Until then, it's the brisk breeze and chilly temperatures. Again, temperatures today feeling in the 30s for most of the afternoon. That was the AccuWeather forecast. We'll be right back.